We're trying to pick up the communications from the tank. Nice job, buddy. Turn your turret on, will you? Right back here. Mimic your turret. That's it. You got him.
Hey Tankers, Bonsai Duck here. Welcome to another week of Tanker Chat. I think this is like the 5th time I've recorded this intro. I just can't seem to get it right, and I'm trying to perfect it. So, anyway, here we are in my garage on the Common Test server. So, the Common Test for 1.0, I think it is out. Anyway, so a lot of good things to go through. I'll be going through that, trying to do a comparison, maybe give you guys a little bit of a review of it. Just trying to understand what's going to be happening to one of my favorite tanks, like the Progetto 65 or the Standard B, and so on and so forth. Plus lots of little interesting things. So we'll go through that in the news, and then I'll come through the garage and later on today and try to come up with a little review for you, or a little, I don't know, update, something like that. We'll figure out what to call it. Meanwhile, in channel update or channel news, YouTube's been going along great. I first want to apologize if your videos that you've sent me seem to be taking a long time to get through. It is taking a long time to get through. One-man operation here, and I put a lot of time and effort to try to give you the best content I can. So it just takes a little bit of time, and I'm trying to slow down and make it, make the videos a little bit more helpful to you. So that's just slowing things down. That's all it is. They're still coming out. I'm still going to try to get as many as I can, if not all of them, done before the next change, and then we'll move on. So, but keep them coming. I greatly appreciate it. Getting a lot of good feedback on the Tonester interview. Again, Tonester, thank you for doing that. Got some good feedback on the Guido 1212 video. I don't know, did you guys like that little intro? I thought that was kind of funny, but we'll see. As far as Twitch goes, still streaming on Sundays and possibly Wednesdays. Going to stream tomorrow, the 12th. Try to get a couple hours of the European server and then a couple hours of the American server. So that'll start off fairly early, because obviously early morning over here is mid to late afternoon over in Europe. So we'll try to get them so that we get the viewers and maybe some pretty good games. So probably start somewhere around 9-10 Central Time. Wednesdays, if I can get it done, I'll be on stream, and then that's pretty much it for right now, at least until, again, I get my studio set up. There's a ton of news out there, some good stuff that, coming down the pike, so let's head to that. All right, so here we are back at the Watt page, and as you can see, What's Next has released their episode 6. There is a code in the middle of it. I think it gives you a 2 or 3 day rental on one of the tanks that they've got. One of these tanks, I think it's the 40-ton, the Lorraine 40-ton. So, hey, if you don't have that tank, you might as well take a 3 day rental of it. It's a fun tank. But otherwise, the usual fare in the What's Next. Let's get right into it. We got the update 1.10 on the Common Test. So that means that this is test number 1. So they're starting the changes. They're trying to tie this all the way into the 10th anniversary, from what I understand. So I would look for this to be pushing through fairly quickly. But let's go through some things. The video, it really kind of goes through a lot of stuff. So I would suggest watching that video if you haven't. They got Pearl Rivers coming back. So it's a 1,000 by 1,000 meter map. I can't remember how big it was to begin with. I really enjoyed Pearl River as a map, but now they've kind of opened it up. Taking away some of the alleyway, death traps. So again, look at that. Vehicle rebalancing. This might be important to some folks, and I think it's going to be. I can't prove it yet, but I'm going to go through and do some comparison especially on the Progetto, the Standard B, which are two tanks I really enjoy. The Object 430, and I've been playing a lot of the Object 430 lately, and the Object 430U. So it'll be interesting to see what those changes are going to be. So I'm going to compare the common test, what they're at right now, compared to what I have in my garage, and see if I can come up with a good understanding of what's going to happen to those tanks. But there's some changes. The one thing that really stands out to me is the ability of taking away the gun rammer on the Progetto line. They say it won't change the mechanic, but it only stands to reason that it's going to slow down the reload, right? That, or it currently isn't doing anything. But I did a quick little comparison in the standard game, and it did slow down my reload. A full clip reload, it slowed down. I'll have to look into the interclip and stuff like that, but that'll be interesting. I'm surprised the Object 430U. I'm surprised they're making that change based upon what happened the last time they suggested changes to it. So that either makes me believe they didn't change it drastically, or so it'd be kind of like the 268 version 4 change, or the so-called wheeled vehicle rebalances, or I don't know. It'd be interesting. And that takes me back to, yes, they're introducing the wheeled vehicle rebalances. So apparently, as we all know, wheeled vehicles are a dynamic of the game that very good players are really enjoying because they can use them very, very well. Players such as myself, an average player, I use them in frontline because the maps are big enough that I can do that, enough open space that I can play it well. In the current meta, in the current maps, I can't use these things worth a piss, so I just don't play them. And honestly, if I'm playing against them, you get a platoon of these little rat bastards, and they're just they totally decimate the game. But hey, Wargaming in its infinite wisdom has decided, well, we need to probably look at this. It's been almost a year or two. Yeah, you needed to look at this a long time ago. Yeah, so they've introduced those. So apparently slow them down when they get hit. Wow. Okay. Apparently there was a feature that if it was driving straight at full speed and you shot into the tire, as long as that driver kept it going straight, never lost any speed. That's not a feature, that's a bug. And the only reason that it would slow down is because instinctively you get hit, people change, they react to it, they change direction or something, and that's when the slowdown mechanic would kick in. They've apparently fixed that, so now it slows down. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if you're going to be able to, if it'll be easier to hit. The speed's not so much the killer. I mean, it is a bad thing, but it's the auto aim, the ability for this thing to just be driving 95 kilometers and just pop off a shot and hit you. I can't do that in the other tank, and if I ran the mod, as we all know, that allowed me to do that, I'd be banned. So yeah, I think this might just be the start. They may just do it and say, okay, we rebalanced it like we did the 268 version 4. Okay, we've done our bit. Okay, who knows? There's going to be some changes to some heavy tanks. The IS-4, the 110E5, and the E100. Some of those changes are going to propagate down to the tier 7 of those lines. So, and the tier 8s. So, look for that. But the IS-4 is getting some love, the E5 is getting some love, and the E100 is getting some love. 3 top tier tanks that when I had ground my way to them, I was totally disgusted with. Now, granted, I did those early, and I'm not a big heavy player to begin with, and so if I went back and played them now, I might be a little bit more proficient in them. So it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen with those. Battle communications. They released an article this week about updating the battle communications. Giving us more options to communicate with players in game and stuff like that. I'm sorry, I'm more focused on the game at that point than trying to play backseat general and tell people what to do. So I'm sure it'll be used, and I'll probably pick it up just like I have the other one. But it's not something that I think really needed to be addressed. I mean, dancing around the edges and addressing all these little things is not addressing the issue with the game. And the issue with the game, if you pay attention to what people are saying, is the matchmaker, the ammo, the gold ammo issue, and armor issue and stuff like that. Those are the things that need to be addressed. So I would like them to address that at some point. Let's see, revamped bond mechanics. Well, okay, that currently at tier 10, if you get an epic reward at the end of a battle, you got bonds. Now they're going to take that away and change it to more of the battle pass process, depending on where you rank in base XP, whether you win or you lose, depends on how many bonds you get. So it's a bond fiesta. So you can get 7 or 5, depending on where you rank on a winning battle, or 5 and 3, depending on where you rank on a losing battle. Hey, okay. And each tier 10 will have a limit of 50 bonds per week. So I decided, okay, well, here are all my tier 10s. There's what, 9 of them? No, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, something like that. 18, so that's going to give me 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, almost 1,000 bonds a week if I played all those for all 50 bonds each. That's a lot of games. That, if I would, I mean, that's also almost 1,000 games in a week if I get some form of bonds, but that's up to 50 bonds earning limit per week. So I have a feeling you're going to see a ton of tier 10 games going on out there. A ton of people grinding these bonds, which just means they're going to have to start allowing you to do more with them, I think. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. But so there's some more information on that. Then, of course, Steel Hunter comes in, and I don't like this. I if you like playing it, here's to you. There's the map. Knock it out, enjoy it, and have fun. All right. So what do we got next? Let's see. We got the 10th Anniversary Act 4. So 10th Anniversary Act 4 bundles. The Object 252 with some nice skin. I was watching a streamer, Guido, on Twitch the other day, and somebody was saying, I just bought the 252 skin and I can't put it on my Defender. No, you can't. And if you buy the Scorpion skin, you won't be able to put it on the first Scorpion. You'll have to put it on the Naked Scorpion. So... but they got some new skins, which they look nice, but I don't know. So we'll see. Take that one away. What do we got? We got 2 times crew weekend, so that's good. 2 times crew XP. Be one of the top 10 XP earners on your team in a battle. No win component there, and you get 2 times crew XP. Let's see, Bastille Day special. So we've got the Bastille Day, which is July 14th, French Independence Day, of course, the Lorraine 40 ton, and the AMX M4 Malay 49 Liberté. So, which is a nice, fun little tank to drive. I tested it when I was in my sheriff's account, and it's not bad. It's not bad. I might have to look at... I don't particularly care for the Liberté model, but I might have to pick up the base model of that. Care package July. So we've got our Twitch care package for July, and grab that. And you can pick one of these tanks to test drive for 10 days. I picked the Mutant. Thought I'd give it a run. What the heck? Did some 5 times and some universal fragments. And there's some crew books in there too, I believe, plus some good missions. So if you have a Twitch account and you have an Amazon Prime account, tie the two together, then tie the Twitch account to the Wargaming account and get the stuff. And then give Bonsai your Twitch Prime subscription. All right. Let's see. We already went through the communication, but we'll kind of hit it again. So a lot more actions available on the communications map. You're supposed to be able to tell people a lot more stuff. Honestly, there's just more than my little mind can process. But it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see. And excuse me, 10th anniversary. We're getting close to that. I think I've got 2 coins. I kind of skipped the last mode or I can't mission, so I didn't get my 3rd coin. But I should be able to do it this time. So if you're doing that, hey, great. All right, so they kind of burned through the news there fairly quickly. I think the big important one is the 110 or the update 1.10. On status report, obviously, there's been some micro patches going on with this 1.9 X version that's come out, and I don't know if people have been having issues with it. I really haven't seen much, but I haven't played much since it came out. So there's a micro patch released on the. Looks like that was posted on the 8th, so it's already late news. Still some more information on the Super Test Tier 8 premiums, the Super Test Polish mediums. So, but not a whole lot going on the status report. So we won't really talk too much on that, and we'll move into random thoughts. All right, so random thoughts. Well, kind of interested in what this 1.10 is going to be. I'm more interested in what it's going to do to my current tanks. Now the Progetto, the Standard B, not so much the 430U, but the 430. Might make me want to go down and do the IS-6 again, go back and purchase it back. I mean, I already researched it, maybe the E100, but I don't know. Is it really going to change them that much that they're going to become more useful in the meta? I don't know. The other thing is ranked battles. We all know that ranked battles is coming back, and I've been watching and kind of, pay attention, listening to some of the upper players in the game, and really haven't heard too many complaints about the removal of reward vehicles. A lot of people agree that the main 2 reward vehicles that were causing the most problem were the 907 and the Chieftain. I think the 279 early is also in there. The other ones, the 260, the M60, those guys, they won't, those tanks aren't as OP because they've been around longer than the 907 and the Chieftain. And I do believe the 907 and the Chieftain are the 2 main culprits. So I'm personally, as a person who doesn't have any of these reward tanks, I'm happy that they took them out of ranked battles. I have seen some angst, just a little bit of they've overreacted. It's a sledgehammer approach. I don't think so. I think if you develop a mode that is supposed to find out who's the cream of the crop, you can't give anybody an unfair advantage. You have to make it balanced. I mean, it's like in Frontlines, right? It's all tier 8s, all the tier 8s. Right now, granted, you can have some reward tanks in there, but I think I don't know. I don't know because I don't play those. But you can have premium tanks in there, but it's strictly tier 8s, and I think then you find out, it's a level playing field, and that's, to me, that's the best thing. Is the only thing that really matters is that it's a level playing field. I'm not competing against. I don't mind competing against Unicum players or really good players as long as I have a fighting chance. But if I start off with one hand tied behind my back because I'm playing a better player, and then you tie the other hand behind my back because now they have a better tank, then you're only rewarding the people you've already rewarded. So that's my opinion. If it upsets you that they remove these, too bad. Play Clan Wars. I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for the guys who can't play their overrated tanks. So Anyway, that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Uh, Otherwise, for those of you who might be wondering about this shirt I have on, this is a gift from my son and future daughter-in-law for Father's Day. They live in Colorado, so they had to order it and get it to me. Anyway, it's Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboys. So for those of you who may know who that is, it's just proving your age. But it's one of the first albums I ever really I got as a young person, and I don't know, I must have mentioned it when they were in town, and somehow my son remembered to that I liked it, so they got me this shirt. So it's very artistic and all that, so you can't see it all, but it seems to represent well on the camera, so I might be wearing it more often. But anyway, it's Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboys. Look it up if you don't know who the singer is. That's pretty much it. I got to get this together, get some videos going, and then get ready to proceed with my Saturday. So y'all be careful. Have a great weekend. This is Bonsai Duck out.